Good evening, race fans. Good evening, world. It's Marky B here, aka the Scruffy Toff, welcoming you along to Generation X Racing once again. And tonight we have our Group 4 90-mile challenge, Season 13, Round 4, coming from the north of Italy at the very short and quite quirky Lago Maggiore East Reverse layout, which has got one of the hardest corners I think we use in Gran Turismo 7, which is relentless as just flying around now. So steep drop down the slope and then a virtually blind entrance to the corner. So we'll see how that goes. It's a very short lap. And we have many, many, many laps this evening. We have 72, if you can believe that. And the pit lane seems to take up about half the length of the track. So with the high tyre degradation nature of the track, it should be. We might be here all night, frankly. So yes, as I say, Lago Maggiore East Reverse, 72 laps. Minimum tyre stint is 10. So the pit window opens at the end of lap 10 and closes at the end of lap 62. Racing mediums, hards, intermediates and wets are available, and the mediums and hards are required. We're in the afternoon. The weather is SO5, and which is kind of sunny, and the time dilation is times 12. So might go into the night. We will have to see. I don't think I've ever seen that at Maggiore before. But racing for you this evening, we have Relentless in the Alpha 155. We have Scale in the Genesis G70. Canyon Drifter in the McLaren 650S. We have Darlow Boy in the Silvia. We have Nikki in the Silvia. Once again, the Silvias will not be parted. That's lovely stuff. We have Devlin in the Audi TT. We have Orca in the NSX. We have Slowest Engine in the Porsche Cayman. We have Ginger Ninja in the Audi TT. Bigoli in his Lamborghini. Cassini in the Porsche Cayman. We have Alog in the Evo. Clockwork in the McLaren. And Kodude in the Toyota Supra. No walls to deal with this week, Kenny. So hopefully it'll be okay. And joining me for the first time in a while, which is absolutely wonderful, is everybody's favourite guy from the Isle of Sheppey. Yes, it's Splatter. Good evening, Rob.
Good evening, Mark. Good evening, world. How are we all?
Not too shabby, mate. Well, apart from the woes I was explaining to you just before stream.
Well, yes, come on now, Be a professional, Mark. Come on, suck it up.
Everything's fine. So, yes, apart from being hungry and tired, I'm absolutely fine. So, and yes, so welcome back, Rob. Great to have you back with me. And yes, if you are watching if you're watching live, do get in on chat, and yes, do say hello. It'd be great to have you along. So, just coming towards the end of quali now, because of my yes, my slightly tardy, should I say, arrival to the stream, but Relentless is pretty 46.6. I think it's that's well, obviously the fastest we've seen this evening, but yeah, that's a decent lap.
Living up to the moniker, then, clearly.
Yeah. So have you raced this track much, Rob? I think it's the first time I've ever done it. To be fair,
I have
had a little bit of practice.
You were right. It's one of these layouts that seems to be very infrequently used, and you're spot on. That sort of almost corkscrew-esque corner, similar to that place in America. I've forgotten it now. Laguna Seca. That's the one. Very, very similar. And you're right. It's just an absolute bitch of a corner. And whenever I did it, I was always spinning off left and right.
Well, I could never get myself to go fast enough. I always feel like I brake miles too early because I can't see the entrance to the corner. But
well, that pedal on the right-hand side, that's the thing you kind of need to use a bit,
Yeah, it's one of the.
I know you're tired, mate. I know you're tired, but.
Well, no, what I mean is because you're coming down the hill and it's actually quite a steep drop. It's I know where the brake is Thank you, Rob. And the accelerator for that matter. But
Well, you're halfway there, then, aren't you? Yeah.
yeah. It's just like I can't bring myself to brake late enough, I suppose. But it's a very it's short, quirky track, and as I say, the pit lane looks absolutely colossal compared to the
I
length of the
know.
track.
I did the sort of the fancy camera follow thing, and I was like, crikey, I didn't even realise you're coming over the top of the entire left-hand half of the track. Very bizarre.
Yeah, because I think the bit where you would usually go into the pits isn't there, is it? Because we're not doing
No,
that corner for the main
no.
track. So yeah, interesting stuff.
But it's nice to do a different layout for once. And
Oh yeah, I thought it was really good. Doing the S's the other way around is yeah, quite challenging, I found. So the S's were coming down the hill just before the particular corner we were just discussing, and it's completely different because you're usually going uphill and sort of virtually flat out. And anyway, with all that blathering on, looks like quality's finished.
Looks like we're more or less done. Yep.
Okay. So who have we got still going? Well, those two finished. Ginger Ninja is now done.
Canyon Drifter only 1.5 tenths behind. Decent lap.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good driver, Canyon Drifter. Really is one of our new boys, but A-rated.
To be fair, Canyon Drifter sounds like some sort of call sign from Top Gun, Canyon Drifter.
Canyon Drifter. You've got a MiG on your
Stand my wing, Iceman.
Indeed. Right. Okay. I think that's everyone done. Must be because the lap's so short. There's not going to be anyone at the extremities who hasn't finished. So yes, as I say, we have many laps this evening. 72, which must be about the most we've ever done.
Yeah, I think so.
Which takes us up to 90 miles exactly, which seems a bit convenient for the numbers point of view. But what do I know? So yes, we'll be
crikey O'Reilly. Ginger and Darlow boy separated by 1,000th of a second.
I thought it might be close. Okay. Where did Darlow boy end up? Oh, 6. Okay, because he was a... And there's only 200ths between Ginger Ninja and Nicky. And then this could be close. 500ths back to Walker.
I mean, you would think, given it's obviously such a short lap, then it's going to be tight.
But yeah, 1,000ths and then a couple of hundredths is pretty close. So lovely stuff. So yeah, I don't think this is Darley Boy's favourite track, to be fair. But I think it's just this familiarity thing, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Very rarely use it, so...
Whenever you stick in a reverse, it kind of tends to put the cat amongst the pigeons a little bit.
Absolutely right.
Yeah. But that's what keeps it interesting and entertaining.
It does, yes. It's certainly not the commentary. Okay. Good evening, Simon. Hello, sir. Right, so here's our starting lineup for this evening. GenX Racing Gr-4 90-mile challenge, season 13, round 4. And on pole, it's relentless. In the Alpha 155 with a 46.6. Well done, James. In second is Canyon Drifter in the McLaren, a 46.8. In third, it's Scarlett in the Genesis, a 46.9. In fourth, it's Nicky in the Sylvia, a 47 dead. In fifth, Ginger Ninja with a 47.1 in the TT. Beautiful stuff. In sixth, it's Darley Boy in the Sylvia, the 1,000th of a second as a point behind Ginger Ninja. 147.1 also. In seventh, in the NSX, it's Orca, 147.1 as well. In eighth, it's Devlin in the Audi TT, a 47.3. In ninth, it's Slowish Engine in the Porsche Cayman of 47.5. In 10th, it's A-Log in the Evo of 47.6. This is very close and bodes very well for some good racing. In 11th, it's Cassini in the Porsche, 47.7. In 12th, it's Bagoli in the Huracan, 47.9. In 13th, it's Kodude in the Toyota Supra, 48.0. And in 14th, it's Clockwork in the other McLaren, 48.1. So well done. It's going to be interesting to see because it's usually quite high tire degradation. God, why can't I say that?
Do you want to turn yourself off and on again, mate?
Well, I think
Just reboot.
for the reasons I mentioned earlier, I'm really not firing all cylinders at all. But because I know the Alpha absolutely rinses through tyres, and it certainly did at Tokyo last week. And on a high tyre deg track, it could be many pin stops. So we will find out soon.
Yep, I think Nicky's preempted that in the chat as well.
Right. Yes, it was the front rights. Was it the front rights or the front lefts last week at Tokyo? It was the front. It's front rights again. They're really rinsing through it in no time at all. So okay. Is that someone saying hello in chat? The boy ninja. Oi, Savaloy. Indeed. Okay, we're straight into the race. Beautiful stuff. Okay, so just waiting for the lights. Who's got the horn? And that's not a euphemism. That's not a euphemism either.
Say that. Oh dear.
But I thought you could only have them in road cars, but clearly not. And they're off. The lights out. There we go. And they are
Slowish Engine's made a nice move on the inside.
Okay, lovely. So Scarly Canyon Drifter.
Oh, it's a bit argy-bargy at the back.
Beautiful. Kind of where we started with the top six, I think. Oh no, where's oh dear, where the hell's Ginger Ninja gone? Oh, he's back in 11th. Jesus.
Okay. A bit there. James has managed to retake the lead from Scarlet. And Canyon Drifter's giving him a nibble.
Oh, Ginger Ninja was nearly airborne going through that left-hander. Okay, let's just see. A mix of strategies on the tyre front. Bagoli binned it again at the beginning of the race. Deary me. Poor Christian. Okay.
Is he just being sort of suitably Italian and sort of casual with it all?
Well, I don't know. And, yeah, I don't know. He might be seething with rage for all I know, so I wouldn't want to be shouting someone's name in anger.
Already 20 seconds behind.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, something very bad happened there. Okay, so Relentless is putting away. But then for everybody else, it's... I guess you're looking to try and overtake on the straight here, but it's not particularly long.
Or if you can get that that nasty corkscrew right and maybe try and ping it up the inside.
Yeah.
Depending on your grip.
Indeed. Okay.
Looks like the front runners are pretty much all running mediums. That's their opening stint.
They are. Nicky, let's have a look at Nicky and see how... Well, only 3 laps in, I think. Looks like he's easily going to do 10 on that. Nowhere showing at all at the moment, so... okay, interesting. This is what I mean. So you drop down the dropped down into this difficult corner. Now, how long's a straight? I mean, once they get their wheels lined up, it's really not very long at all. Here comes Nicky. Is he going to throw it into this left-hander? Yeah, it looks like he is.
Nicely done.
But it's only like a 10-second straight.
Little loss of traction on the way out. It's giving Kenya's drifter a chance to get straight back on him. And indeed, he does have that inside line. Is Nicky going to do the switchback? He's going to go for it, yeah.
That left-hander was no picnic either, was it? That really tight.
Oh, this could be giving some good side-by-side stuff tonight. Oh,
And
Iris is
A-Logs,
sneaking out, taking advantage.
Where the hell's he come from? Lovely stuff. He looks quite quick, although I guess he is in the McLaren slipstream, but as we know, the Sylvias seem to be back from something of a performance hiatus. So, lovely to see.
Yes, how have you got on with the latest update? Because obviously they've made a little bit of a tweak to the physics.
Well, you know what? I've hardly driven since it's changed, so I don't really know is the answer to that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I've had a bit of a play, but I mean, I'm not really sort of nuanced enough to sort of work it out. I mean, I think it feels just slightly more grippy, if that's a technical term.
So less sort of oversteery.
A little bit, yes. Yeah, depending on the car.
Okay.
And they did say that getting back on track when going off is a bit more forgiving, and that does seem to be the case. There's less of an issue with dirty tyres.
Oh, right, so you don't just spin out unnecessarily.
I certainly, in my experience, in my case, I do still spin out unnecessarily, but it's not quite as sort of harshly punished, shall we say, to try and get back on, and resultant dirty tyres.
Okay,
Seems slightly better.
We'll just see this in action as A-Log returns to the track after a spin.
Ah, shame he was doing great guns there.
Well, he's still in sixth, so that's good stuff. It's higher than he started, I think, which is lovely. Ginger Ninja fighting his way back through from 11th back to 8th. Super stuff there, Simon.
Have you tried the new F3500, I think it is, the new Formula car?
What? Me buy a car? No.
It's only 1 million credits.
Yeah, I did. Well, to be fair, I have bought some cars recently. I had to because I hit 100 million again. So.
So you do realise that Gran Turismo currency is not crypto. You know, you don't have to hoard it in the event it's going to sort of go skyrocketing in value.
Well, no, it's just I don't buy cars I'm not going to drive, and I very rarely drive anything that isn't a race car. So I've got all the Group 4s, the Group 3s, pretty much all the Group 2s, and a few of the Group 1s. And I don't really do the rally bit. So yeah, I've pretty much got all the cars I want. So I'm having to start buying ones that I don't want now, just to use money up. Because I had 2 million coming from the Daytona Road time trial, and I thought, well, I don't want that to be wasted. So I had to go buy a couple of the Group C cars, the Group 1s or whatever they're called, the older ones. The
Mazda Group
787B.
Yeah.
So
See, I'm the opposite. I collected pretty much all the cars. The only ones I've got left to do are those ridiculously, stupidly expensive Legends ones that are 20 million credits each.
Okay.
Which I don't think I'll ever get at this rate.
Yeah, they just look so daft. Like that. There's that Mercedes, isn't there, at the moment, the open wheeler one, which I'm never going to drive that. I guess it's kind of nice if you're in VR, and it's all very lovely to look at.
You said it, not me.
It must be shit to drive. Well, it looks like our security bot on Discord has been switched off, so you don't people mentioning it anymore. So, sadly.
Well, as you brought it up, I will say that new F3500 is chef's kiss in VR. It is absolutely glorious.
Okay. Well, you know my views on mentioning VR.
I
Hanging's
do.
too good
I
for
do.
you, frankly. So,
I've made my point. I've made my point. It's
okay.
okay.
Let us never mention it again.
Exactly.
Okay, so we got Relentless up the front, 2 seconds ahead, but not seemingly pulling away from Scarly, who's a second and a half ahead of Canyon Drifter. But I don't think you can make changes. The deltas are changing very quickly, so you don't have to do anything too badly wrong to lose half a second very quickly. I'll rest my case. Relentless has gone wide, drops from 2.5 seconds down to 2. But with the four-wheel drive, managing to keep it on the straight and narrow. Lovely stuff. So
And true to form, yep, that front right tyre on the majority of the front runners on mediums is looking a bit suspect.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at Nicky now, who's arguably going to be the worst, although what's Relentless? So he's about the same.
Oh, Ginger and Bigoli both have pitted, moved on to the mediums.
Bloody hell, that was quick. I wonder how long are they in the pits now?
Yeah.
Ginger, I'm just going to... Oh, no, he's out. Okay, Bigoli is in. Okay, Orca and Cassini just stopped. Oh, that's nice. The boys from Manchester pit together as well. How lovely.
Lap 11, and Ginger's about to be lapped by Relentless. Just goes to show how short this track is.
Yeah, well, exactly. And remember that Relentless hasn't stopped yet, so I think Ginger goes wide. But here comes Cassini coming out of the pits. It'd be interesting to see how long that is, that pit stop. Because it might actually nearly be as long as the lap.
Exactly, yeah.
Which will mean you will certainly want to reduce the number of pit stops you make.
Yeah.
Because that could definitely influence the outcome of the race if you have to make, and massively if you're making one less stop than everybody else. But I will have a look, and thankfully Rob is also watching his own stream, so can wibble on while I'm doing the riveting thing of watching a car in the pits and trying to remember how long the pit stop is. I can wibble on. You're a good wibbler, aren't you?
I mean, is this like a Blackadder reference, Wibble.
Wibble. Yes, quite so. Quite so.
I've gone slightly mad.
You just don't have to sit there with some Wi-Fi.
2 pencils up my nose and me pencil. Exactly. There you go. Classic.
And of course, if you are watching, don't forget to get in touch on chat, and please do deploy a like and subscribe to the channel if you are able. We're nearly 150 now, 147 subscribers. Absolutely superb stuff. So yeah, let's keep the momentum going. As I say, world domination is surely only a matter of months away. Okay, so Relentless now 0.7 ahead. Yeah, his front right not looking too clever at all.
So this is, I mean, would you pit on this lap, given it's halfway down on the right side, or would you hang it out, do you think? Because we're lap 15, so 30, 45, you're going to have to pit at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, sorry, no, I mean, the hard stint will obviously last longer.
But I still think you're going to be, I don't know, if you could squeeze the mediums out to 20 laps, that would be a major bonus, I'd have thought.
He's really 1 second down on his last lap.
Yeah, true. I think he's got I think Simon is having the blue flags waved at him. He's saying, I don't need to let him through. I'm driving perfectly fast enough, thank you, to keep in front. Shove those blue flags where the sun don't shine.
In the meantime, Scarly is making inroads into that lead, and he's
he really is,
right on the tail. I think Ginger's going to have to let James pass this. There he does. Yeah, he lets him pass at the corner, but he swings back. Oh, it could have been messy.
nearly worthy of a bit of Miley Cyrus there. But yeah, so Scarley's tyres looking slightly better than Relentless, but they're both four-wheel drive, remember? So you can probably deal with a worn front. Here comes Canyon Drifter, whose tyres look epic.
They certainly do, don't they?
So this is an interesting development now, because the rear-wheel drive cars are obviously better than the four-wheel drive in terms of tyre degradation. If he has to stop even once less than the other guys, then he's got them beat, surely.
Good chance he, although his fuel is a bit further on, is fuel going to play a factor here? So many questions.
So many questions.
And we have no answers.
No, we don't.
No.
No, we don't. Yes, if you want answers, go and listen to someone who knows what they're talking about. It certainly ain't me and Rob. So,
Ginger's just now unlapped himself from Scarlet. He's wanting to enjoy these little battles.
super stuff.
Interesting that Canyon Drifter has an L plate on the back of his car. That feels like a bit of a trade descriptions violation, as he's an A-rated gentleman.
Yeah, he's got one on the front as well.
Oh, yes.
Good evening, Ian.
Is that almost like a lulling into a false sense of security thing, you know?
Well,
reverse psychology.
Could well be. Evening, Ian. So you've got all the cars and you still got 98 million. Okay, well,
what a show off.
Yeah, I just don't. Some of the cars I just cannot be asked to get. It's like those bloody horrible
garbage.
What are they called? K cars or whatever from.
Oh yeah, the ones
stuff like that.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
It's like a toaster on wheels. Yeah.
Yeah, but you did know they raced it in the Nations Cup or whatever it was.
Did they?
Yeah, the bloody cappuccino round. Well, you'd have loved it because it was round Road Atlanta, I think. But
I think if I would have been, we'd be like 3/4 of an hour later, you finally finish a lap.
Well, they were very nearly doing 100 miles an hour at one point.
Oh blimey!
But it was
a nosebleed.
Comfort Softs, I think it was, or something ridiculous. But I was just like, oh my God, really?
What's the point?
Quite. Anyway, let's have a look. So, Canyon Drifter. Canyon Drifter is pulling in on the back of Relentless. How much longer is Relentless going to stretch this tyre out? Because that is really not looking good now. And when it goes completely red, you cannot turn left when your front right tyre is like that.
Well, let's see what this lap is like, because he's had some clean air now on this lap. He's half a second down, that's relatively cavernous for a lap this short.
Quite so. Canyon Drifter still looking lovely on the tyre front. Not so much, as you said, not so much the fuel, but
I think looking at because James has just locked up a bit there. That front right is now hurting for sure. Half a second down already. He's surely got to come in this lap, I think. Canyon Drifters to be running low on fuel.
The pit entrance is just coming up. So is it just here on the left?
It is. He's now going through again.
It's a sneaky little pit entrance, isn't it?
It is a bit, isn't it?
So Scarley's dropped right back. And Bert has got past Ginger Ninja again.
I think in that case then, Relentless is looking at... I think he'll probably go for his hard in his next stint. And then finish on the mediums.
Push him a long way out. Yeah. Probably quite right there. Okay. So Nicky's front right is almost gone.
Oh, nicely held by Mr. Drifter. Oh, Relentless is picking up a 1 second penalty. Where did he get that? I thought the track limits were quite forgiving on this course.
Well, it's one of those ones where I think some of them are, and then some of them really aren't. If if that doesn't sound too stupid, especially on the main track. Here he comes. Okay,
through
so Canyon Drifter
goes
goes through.
Canyon Drifter.
So I did wonder if the Group 4 McLaren, you still had to short shift it, because in times past, you got to about 50%, and that was the golden time to. He certainly doesn't seem to be doing that. It seems to be using a lot of fuel on the back of that, because there's no point in having great tyres if you haven't got the fuel to make the maximum out of them. Because from the look of the wear, he could be going 35, almost half race distance on the mediums. Given he's done 24.
That's a good point, yeah, because obviously he would have filtered up. Well, he only had 70. Is it 70% starting fuel?
60 to start with.
Okay.
So I suspect that is the strategy we're going to see from Canyon Drifter. Is going to be get the hards on, and then finish on mediums again.
I don't know. I wonder. Do you think he might? Because given that tyre wear, if he fills up completely with fuel, maybe it'd be sensible to do the medium, stretch them out for as long as possible.
Yeah,
you might have to do that many on not that many on hards. Oh, he's painted the pit wall.
Okay. Right. Okay. Let's watch these boys and see.
And Relentless is in as well.
So sorry, viewer. I'm just trying to get an idea of how long the pit window, or the pit delta is. It's about 25. Just coming out now. So with the fuel tank, it's around about 40 seconds, which is nearly a lap.
Basically the lap, yeah. And I was wrong. Yeah, they've both come out on the hards, so they will finish on the mediums. Oh, we've got some traffic. Oh, Begoli's just let them all go through. Very nicely done.
So Nicky is in, unsurprisingly. Scarlett will be joining him this lap, I believe. As shocking tyres and no fuel.
Oh God, yeah. He's done well to keep that going. And running on vapour.
You can see him struggling to try and get around the left-hand corners. He's throwing around right-handers with gay abandon, but not so much to the left. Okay, and that was a 20-second lead. Oh, Darlow
Boy's done very nicely on that hard stint.
Indeed he has.
20 seconds off, which means he should go through.
Ian's got L plates on some of his cars as well. Okay, good man. Yes, I think I should probably get some, to be fair. Or, not L plates, just S. A bit shit. Shit plates. That's what it's called. Okay, so Darlow Boy, yeah, done a great job here. So has A-Log stopped? No, okay, A-Log's still going on his four-wheel drive car.
A good amount of fuel.
Yeah, okay.
Will you chance it? Oh. Again, his front right is toast.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be one race. Oh, Begoli's just thrown his hat into the ring for the golden lawnmower this evening. And A-Log is into the pits. But I don't think we're going to know until all the strategies play out who the hell's going to win this, because it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to know until they go over the line at the end who's won. That's my prediction, yeah.
Wise words, mate.
I know. It's just...
You should do this for a living.
Quality insights.
It's like top draw, that was.
That's the Michael Owen equivalent, you know.
Yeah. Indeed. So Scarlett is out in third. Managed to get out ahead of Relentless, which kind of surprised me a bit.
I think Relentless was caught up in quite a bit of traffic. I think it's
Okay.
knackered him a little bit.
So Darley Boy is in.
I do like that Williams livery on the slowest engine. That is a lovely one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Orca looking like he's aping Mr. Rory with the various sort of confectionery laden livery.
Yes, he had a lovely garish Dunkin' Donuts livery at Daytona in Group 3 last week on his Viper, which was I think it's sort of pink and orange and stuff, so right up my street in terms of colour clashes. So yeah, beautiful stuff from Orca.
I think it's a good reason why I'm not racing, because if I saw that livery, I'm so food obsessed, I would just be distracted by the livery and be getting hungry rather than racy.
Well, you might, inadvertently ended up chasing it.
The same way I chase after the ice cream truck whenever it comes.
Yes, exactly. You can hear the tone. Off
I want
he
my
goes.
cornetto. I want my cornetto.
I want a 99. Okay, so Nicky now in 5th on the hards. So is everyone now on the hards up front? So Cannon Drifter, Scarlet, Relentless, Orca. No, Orca's on mediums. Okay. Orca, who actually Rob changed his name to Orca after I kept calling him that. It was, I can't remember what it was called now, but it was Ocker, and I thought, well, I'm not going to say Ocker, so I started calling him Orca. He's now changed his name.
So seeing as you always call me Bellend, do I need to change my handle to Bellend? You know?
Well, yeah, I don't think they allow that, do they?
Probably not.
Yeah, just be between us, Rob. Things are stretching out a little bit now, as much as they can stretch out on a track this short. A-Log in 6th. Okay, Ginger Ninja and Darley Boy. Darley Boy just goes flying past Ginger Ninja, who's almost through his mediums. So he stopped once already, so we'll be stopping again. So this is going to looking like maybe a 4-stopper for 3 or 4-stopper for Ginger Ninja.
I think in some ways psychologically this race would be more difficult when you are further down the grid, because even though it's the same distance as any other race, the fact that you're lapped makes you feel that almost further behind, and it's more difficult to catch up, I think.
Yeah, you could be right there, could be right. So yeah, Ginger Ninja really struggling on his front right is gone. So let's see how.
Oh yeah, completely gone.
Gingerly ningerly he has to take this corner. Yep, quite tiptoeing through there. Okay, see how Clockwork is getting on. So he's on his hard. So was this a first stint from Clockwork? No, it can't be. Tyres are hardly warm. But that seems odd.
No, actually. No, sorry, no, he did. He came in early. He was one of the ones that came in early.
Okay, good stuff. Well done for paying attention, Rob.
Kind of.
Okay, but we'll be stopping again shortly, I believe. Going for one more.
And Ginger does come in. They're pretty much exploded front right.
Yeah. I think they're missing a trick. I think they should make tyres explode when they get that bad. I think that would be an interesting feature. As soon as it goes bright red, bang, it just goes.
I've never done anything with the mechanical damage on heavy, so I don't know what actually happens in that scenario.
Oh, it's a pain in the backside because, like it when it's on light, it magically heals itself after about 10, 15 seconds, whatever it is. It just doesn't go away, so you have to stop. Right. And then once you change tyres and that, it's also suspension, aerodynamics, engine or whatever, and then there's a certain time allocated to fix each bit. So, because the first time that happened to me, I thought it would just fix them, so I pressed tyres and then fueled and then hit the X button again, and I left the pits with having not repaired any of the damage at all. I was like, I think we had a Ferrari. It's like a Ferrari league or Ferrari race. I can't remember who was that. Was King Racer doing that? I can't remember now. But yeah, so and it was in that, and I didn't realise until I walloped a barrier for the first time that it was heavy damage. Because I was driving round, going appallingly slowly, thinking, "What the hell's what the hell's happening here?" But that's what you get if you don't read the race details properly. Okay, so we've got Devlin back in 11th in the hairdresser's choice, the Audi TT.
A-Log has just gone past Darlow Boy, and as I say that, he's now gone off onto the grass and let Darlow Boy back through.
Okay. Ginger Ninja
A
now
nice little battle between them two.
Save stuff. Okay, where are they? They must be about 7th. Yeah. Okay. 6th and 7th. Lovely stuff. Okay, so Canyon Drifter currently 1.3 in the lead from Scarly. Both with very similar tyres and fuel currently. Relentless now trying to get back on terms with the two of them.
Clockwork has made his second stop, so he's must be going for 3.
Yeah.
Dude looks like he's coming in to do the same.
Okay, and just going over half race distance now. Just approaching the half-hour mark of the race as well.
I think you're right. I don't think extra pit stops is going to be of any benefit to anybody here, given that it is such a long pit delta in comparison to the lap.
Yeah. Would have been interesting to see if softs are in the mix as well, because I think they'd struggle to do the minimum 10-lap stint, which is always good fun when we go to places like Yamagiwa.
Oh yeah, the tyre killer. Oh, yellow flag. What's gone on there? Oh, that's Dude having a bit of a spin.
Okay. So wasn't it? Was it Group 3? Was it last season when Travis was? He had to reverse off the start-finish straight to go back to the pits.
Oh yeah.
He couldn't actually turn the car because his tyres were so knackered. That was absolute mayhem. Travis, if you're listening, mate, I hope you're well. I hope you and your
Travis.
boy, you and your boy MacGyver are still racing in the Bandits Club and having good fun.
Scarlet is again making inroads onto Canyon Drifter. Relentless not too far behind. We'll be watching them closely. Hoping to take advantage of any kind of wibble or wobble.
Okay, so there's nothing between these two now. And what are the... Okay, so yeah, Scarlet's tyres are slightly worse. They're about the same on fuel, but Scarlet's tyres definitely wearing, because he's been out less as well, I think, because he stops after Canyon Drifter. But I suspect they'll go for quite some time.
Yeah. Are we thinking maybe sort of around lap 55?
Yeah, I can't remember how many.
I think they did about 15, 16.
15, 16, okay.
I think.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Oh, is he going to get the toe coming down? Go for the corner. Oh, that's a bit far back.
Jump on chase cam. And the night is drawing in, so the track will be cooling, hence tyre degradation should be less. So I would think whoever's on the mediums at the moment has probably got a bit of an advantage. Okay, just coming into the left hand, and now seems like Canyon Drifter has pulled out slightly again. God, that's a really nasty corner.
It's horrendous, isn't it?
Drop downhill, yeah. Wow.
It just looks like, grip, 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 no grip.
Yeah. Ah! Okay, so we're out to 0.7 again. Okay, this was Relentless getting on. About 2.3 behind. Yeah, his front right is doing worse than Scarlet's is at the moment. And talking of bad front rights, Nicky's about the same as Relentless and Scarlet.
Is that Alpha just a bit gutless? It looks a bit gutless. Am I right?
The Alpha.
Mm.
It's not tremendous in a straight line. It's the fastest car off the start by a million miles, but yeah, no, the straight line. It's yeah. So I think when it first came out, it was one of those ridiculously fast cars, but it's been buggered about with over the years by the Polyphony Digital Bop boys, and it's atrocious on tyres. So yeah, not a lot going for it, frankly.
But still, James is doing well with it.
He is indeed. Loves a bit of nostalgia.
He does like the older cars. I always see his his name at the top of the Friends leaderboards for those time trials, and certainly in the older ones.
Yeah, quite so, quite so. Okay, so Nicky in fourth. We have Dale Boy, the other Sylvia, on track in fifth.
Nice to see the Sylvia's back.
It really is. It really is. I'll have to break out my take on the Sylvia, which is the Nissan Milkia, of course, which is liveried like a Frisian cow.
Milky.
That season in Group 4 when I had the Nissan Milkia and the Giraffe Ferrari. Okay, so A-Log in 6, now 11 back, so it is spreading out apart from the top places.
Oh, Cassini. Cassini mowing the grass as well. Oh, Dale Boys followed him as well.
Okay. Slowest engine doing a cracking job in 8th.
I think you're right. The temperature drop, it seems to be possibly affecting people, because we've got a few people just driving off the track.
It's all very clever, isn't it, the way they can change this sort of thing and just make it slightly less grippy and stuff when the
clever,
sun goes
but
down.
Annoying.
Well, it's only annoying if you forget.
Which I always do.
Yeah. And Relentless just giving Devlin a helpful flash there, saying, yeah, coming through, mate. As Devlin goes off mowing the lawn. So Ginger Ninja out on his hard, so I suspect will be 3 stopping.
Well, Canyon Drifter's settled down now and seems to be maintaining this gap up front. Try as he might, Relentless seems to be unable to really make too many inroads at the moment, with this perceived lack of power in the Alpha.
Indeed. So clockwork down.
Oh no, Canyon Drifter!
Oh.
Is that commentator's curse?
He's not leading anymore, put it that way. So did we have a... Oh, can I get a replay?
Apologies, Canyon Drifter, if I just jinxed it for you by saying that.
Okay, finally remembered which button it was, and just about got it. Okay, so he went wide at that first nasty corner, so through go Relentless, and keep on forgetting I've got this replay function now. I've only had it about 6 months, so...
That's it. What are you going to be like when you get your capture card going and OBS and all the other gizmos and gadgets? And...
I'm absolutely terrified about it, to be brutally honest. I can't imagine it's going to go well, but we will give it a. Now I've bought the bloody thing. We'll give it a whirl. And you'll just big shout out to Justin if you're listening this evening. I hope you're well, mate. And yeah, do give us a shout at some point. It'd be good to hear from you, bud.
Yeah.
Canyon Drifter desperately trying to redo all the good work he put in earlier.
And Relentless is now giving Scarlet something to think about. The Alpha definitely looks better in the corners, I think. It seems a little bit more nimble and tighter on the corners. Well, that could just be James's efficient driving style.
Could well be, yes.
Scarlet
goes wide.
Oh, Scarlet's going wide. Oh, the psychological pressure.
Well, this is ebbing and flowing like I don't know what in terms of these top three who seem to have stolen a bit of a march on the rest of the field. Definitely pulled out. So there's only 2.5 seconds between the top three, but then 14 back to Nicky.
It's almost like a one of those what was it, Kieran races in cycling, where one person goes to the front, leads for a bit, and then another person goes to the front, and then they all go a bit mental towards the end.
Is that the one with the little chap on the moped?
Yeah, the really slow one in the in his little sort of ridiculous bike. That's me. If we're going to go through this metaphor, I'm that guy at the start who just gets in everybody's way.
Who came up with that? I mean,
I don't know. It doesn't make sense because like the first half of that is just really boring because they're just following around really slowly.
Yeah.
And then, all of a sudden, 2 or 3 laps before the end, they will just go a bit nuts.
Is it the Madison where there's just hundreds of them on the track and you haven't got a bloody clue where anybody is? Oh, Relentless is mowing the lawn there. 4-wheel drive keeping him on the straight and narrow. Just about.
Oh, he's picked up a penalty though. He's picked up that same penalty as we got before, I think.
1 second as well. Ouch.
Scarlet will be licking his lips.
He certainly will. So, quick tyre check. So, yeah, Relentless is definitely worse on tyres than the guys he's racing. Look at that. He's struggling to get around the left-handers. Okay, now are both going to get past? I assume they probably are. Yep.
To me, to you, to me, to you.
Yes, exactly right.
I feel like we have to apologise to everybody else. We seem to be sort of glued to this particular battle because it's just literally, like you say, it's ebbing and flowing so much.
It is indeed. You don't want to miss anything, do you? That's the thing.
No.
We'll pop back in a minute because it looks like there are some fairly close. In fact, these guys might catch up with the back of the field in a minute. There you can see them down the end of the straight.
Canyon Drifter's going to have the inside line for the next corner, but Scarlet in that Genesis. Look at the power difference that Genesis has.
That's quick, isn't it? Absolutely quick.
That wasn't even in the toe or anything. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yellow flag.
Someone binned it.
Oh, can't tell who. Orca's making a move potentially on Nicky here. Nicky's gone a bit wide.
Oh, well. Canyon Drifter's flowed into the pits. It didn't look like he meant that, to be fair.
Oh. Yeah,
he was in reverse gear. God's name happened. So I think that may have been an error. We'll have to ask him afterwards. Although 20 laps left, no, maybe that's right. It just looked a bit squirrely going into the pits as if he didn't quite mean it. So
I mean, 20 laps on those mediums. I think that's pushing it.
That's a long haul, isn't it?
He hasn't filled up with any fuel, by the looks of it. So presumably he's got enough to get to the end.
20 laps on half a tank. I mean, I know it's a short. Yeah, maybe that's about right. Well, we'll find out in the fullness of time for sure. Well, Relentless is as well now. He looked like he needed it a bit more than Canyon Drifter did. Ooh, got that corner all wrong again.
Well, far from me as a non-expert, but that feels maybe a bit early for the medium stint to finish. Scarlet staying out. Will that be... Oh, dear, who's gone off?
So
Kodude.
Relentless is just coming out of the pits, just ahead of Canyon Drifter.
So this is a metal time for Scarlet to make good on this gap.
Yeah, because he can stay out, well, until his fuel goes if he wants to. 13 ahead of Darley Boy currently. How far is he ahead? 19 ahead of Relentless.
That's not enough, no.
No, it's nowhere near. Although, yeah, I don't know how much fuel they'll be taking on, so... Okay, I'm just going to pootle down the field a bit. So Nicky, who has newish mediums and just under half a tank. A-Log will be stopping again shortly. Front right is nearly gone. We have Orca with mediums.
Bigoli coming in for his final stop. Still putting in the hard yards in 14th. Well played, Bigoli. Giving you had such a rotten bit of luck at the start.
We seem to have made a bit of a habit of it, sadly. Unfortunately, I generally miss it, which will come as a surprise to no one. But yeah, something generally happens, so I don't know if it's coming together or whatever. So Kenny just goes flying into the pits.
I think he's just had a bit of an off, but is back on in no short order.
Cassini currently in 10th. Devlin.
I see Scarlet staying out, but the gap between him and Relentless is now down to 16. It's not helping him at the moment, but maybe he can come good at the end if he has better tyres for those last few laps if Relentless and Canyon Drifter are running on red. I do like it when the strategy comes together to make for a really exciting finish. And he's now in.
Relentless is just putting it on the back of Bigoli at the moment. I suspect not for the first time.
This will be the second time being lapped, yeah. I think Bigoli's just enjoying being in his home country and just having a nice little glass of wine as he goes round. Some nice cheese.
I wonder what's happened to Nick in Honda, his compatriot. I haven't seen him for a few races. It'd be good to have you back, mate.
Yeah, I must say it's nice to see these really full grids. I mean, I would have been a jeopardy of not being able to get into the lobby because I was the last person to fill up the 16th spot.
But this is the first race in maybe even this season where we haven't had 15 racing. I think because the check-in and whatnot isn't there at the moment. We may be missing out on one or two because we've had guys waiting in reserve,
right?
To want to race, which is fantastic, but it gives us that quandary: do we start running two lobbies,
or just kick out the comms?
Well, yes, indeed. I say it's a shame that you have to use a lobby space to do that, but I'm not quite sure how else you'd do it really. But maybe a spectator spot should be available, or just put make the grids bigger, which still baffles me why they can't
Well,
do
yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah,
I mean, can it really be that hard?
that's what she said.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so moving swiftly on, we've got Darley Boy. 12 laps to go. I think he's...
Oh, Orca!
Oh dear, he been
Was
it.
pushing for 6th and then he's spun.
No, back in 8th then. Okay. So Darley Boy doing his usual very, very consistent laps, all of the 47s on that page. He's got 12 to go. Don't
He
know
does
if
have
the
to stop
tyres
still.
or fuel. Do you think yeah, I guess he'll have to, but
Those
is he
mediums
going to try
can't
and...
last another
Well,
10 laps, surely.
because we don't know about fuel, but well, I don't know. I know he is good on his tyres, but it seems unlikely. So he's doing 47s. James is doing a mix of 46 and 47s and a 49 on lap 60. But James has got about the same amount of fuel as Darley Boy left.
But much better tyres, obviously.
Much better tyres, yeah. So if Darley Boy's going to stop, he needs to do it quickly because end of lap 62, the pit window shuts.
So this one will tell us if he is.
But Relentless is definitely pulling in, as you would kind of expect.
I mean, this would be ballsy from Darley Boy if he is trying to go to the end on these tyres, but well, I think that'd be a miracle if they last to the end as they are.
It's unlikely, but okay, here he goes. It's on lap 62.
Is he coming in? No, he's not.
No, he's not. Okay. Well, may fortune favour the brave. But I don't think he's going to be in the lead for very long because Relentless is really pulling in.
I think he's going to have to concede the lead.
Concede the lead.
Unless, of course, there's some major screw-ups behind him.
Indeed, indeed. So
Scully is still within touching distance of those two in front of him.
yeah, Scarlett seems to have dropped back a bit, doesn't he now?
But he will have the freshest tyres of all. Can he make it count?
Yeah. Relentless is definitely wearing, but he's 8 laps to go, so they'll be absolutely fine. It's just Darley Boy we've got to keep an eye on.
Yeah, to be fair, actually, I think you're right. Relentless and Kenny Drifter actually timed this perfectly with the tyre, whereas it is at the moment. They'll be back down to halfway worn by the time it gets to the end, I think.
Yep. So the gap at the front is now down to 2.5.
So Darley Boy will now be whispering to his tyres in that car. Please be good, please be good.
Hang on in there, my pretties.
Stay with me. I love you so very much. Do it for me.
But only 7 to go after this one, so maybe because we've got Scarlet's 7 back, and he's just put in a 46.6, which is his fastest lap of the race. But yeah, can he catch him with only 7 laps to go? He might be aiming for a podium here, which would be quite unlikely, or seemingly unlikely, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I think Darley Boy's going to be red raw when it comes to the end.
Yeah, because Darley Boy's tyres are actually worse than Nicky's at the moment, and they're in the same car.
And behind we have Orca making a move on slowest engine and takes him nicely down the inside.
Lovely stuff.
And we'll hold it for that shitty corner. The shitty S.
The shitty S. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting one for the driver interviews if anyone hangs around for them, because there's so much going on all the time, given the short lap, that I can barely remember nothing, barely remember anything of talking
You are
points.
sleep deprived as well, so you know you can give yourself a break.
Starving, hungry,
and malnourished.
Yes, malnourished, quite so.
You're wasting away.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think that'll ever happen. But
oh, and here we go. Relentless is now pulling in the back of Darlo Boy and should be moving on by. I don't think Darlo Boy can really fight that particularly much, and indeed he doesn't.
But now in the tow and 3.5 back to Canyon Drifter.
Can Darlo Boy hold on for a podium? I think that is the question.
5 laps to go. Canyon Drifter's 3.5 seconds back. He might even get away with second, but that car's going to become very, very difficult to get round left-hand corners, probably within the next couple of laps. So
looks like Canyon Drifter had a bit of a wobble in the last lap. He did a 47.7, full 3/4 of a second worse off, which won't have helped his cause.
But Darlo Boys, he's just in the 47s, all the way down his times on that page. It's just extraordinary.
He's keeping it smooth.
He's keeping it very smooth, so I wonder if that's the key. Trying to reduce squeal as much as possible, so it's hurting his lap times, but the longevity of the tyres is drastically improved.
He's been very good at that recently. I can't remember what race it was, but it was one where he'd practiced an awful lot, and it was noticeable on the stream that there was so little tyre squeal. It was just smooth and buttery and smooth delicious. And again, sorry, I'm back to food. I'm so sorry.
Yes, this isn't helping me, Rob.
Sorry. I can't believe it's not racing butter.
Oh, God.
Canyon Drifter living up to his name and drifting around that corner.
Righto.
Again, yeah, you're right. He's not really taking out too much of Darlo Boy at the moment with 2 laps left.
2 laps to go. I think he's pulled an absolute masterstroke here.
So there's still a bit of wear left on the tyre, although hopefully he hasn't misjudged the fuel because it's starting to get low, but I think that should be enough for the last 2 laps.
I would have thought so. But
interestingly, his Relentless going to get caught up in traffic. He's flashing at Clockwork to make sure that Clockwork moves to... yeah, that's it. Well done, Clockwork. And yeah, Canyon Drifter's going to have Ginger to deal with before he gets up to Darlo Boy. So yeah, I think at the moment, as long as Darlo Boy keeps it on track for this last lap.
And he's got the worry of Scarlett putting him behind him as well.
No, well played, Darlo Boy. Quietly snuck up through there by just keeping it smooth and consistent.
Yeah, I didn't think he had a hope in hell of getting the mediums to last that long, but he's done a great job.
What's Italian for last lap? Finale Lapio. I have no idea.
Probably not a million miles away. Because I know Prima's first, isn't it? I think. Like Prima Variante at Monza's the first chicane. Yeah. I don't know what the last is, so, which isn't particularly helpful to anyone, but there we go. Oh,
Scarlett
relentless.
has taken advantage of Kenny just always just nudged him. Is he going to hold back? He's held back. That's well played.
Okay, so on the final lap, here comes James. And Darley Boy second. Canyon Drifter coming through in... No. Yeah, into third.
And
Scarlett
right
fourth.
off.
Nicky coming around into fifth.
Yeah, top four definitely had the legs on the rest of the pack, it seemed.
And Orca just looks like he's having a hell of a battle with Arnus here. A-Log.
Yeah. Photo finish.
He's just slid a bit. He's going to hold on though, I think. Well done, boys.
Slowest engine. Beautiful.
So that is everyone done. James allowed a Marlborough sign on the back of his
Well, that's true.
suits.
Goes against the community rules, doesn't it?
Right. Well, that was fun. It's really nice to have a sort of a completely different track for the guys to race around, and different formats, so it's great. So our Generation X Racing Gr-4 90-mile challenge, season 13, round 4 at Lago Maggiore East Reverse. The winner in the Alpha 555 is James in the Relentless with a best lap of 46.4. So beautiful stuff, James. I think that's maximum points for you this evening. Well done. In second, an unlikely second from Darley Boy, who really did manage to hold on to his tyres there. Didn't think he had a hope in hell of doing that, so brilliant stuff, mate. Well done. In the Sylvia, 46.8 as his best lap. In third, it's Canyon Drifter in the McLaren with a 46.6. In fourth, it's Scarlett in the Genesis G70, a 46.6 also. In fifth, it's Nicky in the other Sylvia, a 46.9. In sixth, it was Orca in the Honda NSX, a 47.0. A-Log in seventh in the Evo, a 47.2. Slowest engine in eighth in the Porsche Cayman, a 47. Oh, that's helpful. Ginger Ninja's chat has just come up over the bottom of my screen, so I can't see the time. So slowest engine in the Cayman, a 47.2. Beautiful stuff. In ninth, it's Ginger Ninja, who's just bemoaning a messed up strategy in the Audi TT, the hairdresser's favourite, a 47.2. In 10th, it's Cassini in the Porsche Cayman, a 47.2 dead. In 11th, it's Devlin in the Audi TT, a 47.2. In 12th, it's Clockwork. Good evening, Arnus. In the McLaren, a 47.5. In 13th, it's Begoli, who had yet another terrible start, but a great fastest lap, 46.6. Beautiful. So that's like second or third fastest lap of the evening, I think. So bad luck on your start again, mate, in the Lamborghini Huracan. And in 14th, it's Kodude in the Toyota Supra with a 47.4. So all those best laps are pretty close. So lovely stuff, gents. Well done. Right. Well, I better just remind myself of who came where, so I don't look quite an idiot. More of an idiot than I already do. So are you joining the interviews, Rob, or are you heading off into the sunset?
I don't have access to any of the party chat, so no, I will leave you to do your usual sterling job with the interviews.
Super stuff.
Tell the guys I say hello and well done for another stellar race. And I will see you. Oh, actually, hang about. I can actually join one. Don't know.
Okay, then. Okay.
So I'll see you on the other side.
Good man. Good evening, Oh, hello.
Where on the medium tires at the end?
That's up on the hard.
Good evening, all.
How the fuck did you manage to
Evening, Mark.
You got some serious fuel saving.
How much fuel did you get out of
Fuel saving.
Echo.
Yes, I think we'll get on. We'll get on to his tyre whispering. In due course. James is on. James. Well done, sir. That was a battle tonight.
That was some race.
It's really interesting format on a really short course. I thought it was.
Well, it's such a short lap.
Yeah.
That the slightest mistake, you've lost a position.
Yeah, and the pit stop nearly being as long as a lap was. Dear, the line's not great, is it?
People speak.
Someone's drowning.
Again. Say that again.
Mayhem, right? Mayhem.
I wonder if muting mics when you're not being spoken to will help. Maybe.
Do we want to try that?
Maybe.
Do we want to try that?
No.
Okay. Oh, there's a massive delay on my. But we shall soldier on. So, James, congratulations. Really good battle this evening.
Really good battle this evening.
Cheers, Mark. And great to hear you on there, Rob.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's good fun to have someone to bounce off again. Splatter for that. Right, who's next? Is the boy from Darlington on? Yes, Yes, there he is.
Hello,
mates. So, some wonderful tyre saving at the end. I didn't think you'd be able to do it, mate, but I shouldn't have doubted you.
Yeah, it was definitely close, to the least. I was starting to times were starting to drop off. So I was starting to struggle a little bit. It wasn't too bad.
But beautifully consistent times. In the 47s, virtually. All race, it looked like. So.
It was definitely really well. I started off on the hard. Just literally ran them down when the fuel ran out, and I'd already worked out that I could get the rest out of the fuel tank, and as long as I could get there on the mediums, and I thought, I'll just give it a go, and it worked.
Gordon Bennett, okay. Well done, mate. That was an unlikely second. at one point.
That's the second decent result I've had. Coming from nowhere, just because I've literally just done a one-stop.
Yeah. Okay, mate.
First race and then that one, so seems to work for me. So everybody just keep what they're doing. Keep what I'm doing, I'll be fine.
Okay, bud. Good stuff. Canyon Drifter, hello again.
Hello, mate. How's it going?
Yeah, all good, thanks. All good. How did that go for you this evening?
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely smashing. Dollar Boy, he's a surprise. I wasn't expecting him. I was thinking, I'm going to get second place here. And then I was like, he's going to hit in a minute. No. What's going on? How the hell? But no. Congratulations. And relentless. And who was Scarly. Oh man. The racing with you guys tonight was just epic. I just want to say thank you very much for a wicked night.
Good stuff, mate. Yes, it was.
It was really good.
were great to watch, and there is so much going on up front.
There is so much going on up front that
we did kind of miss a lot of the other racing.
That went on.
Apologise in advance.
So I'll apologise in advance.
But beautiful stuff. Well done again, mate.
Beautiful stuff. Well done again, mate. Good stuff.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, Nicky, you still on?
Yeah.
Hey, mate. Tyres look like an issue this evening?
I mean, it's for everyone except Andy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Wasn't really. I don't know what start to race was fair. Much part of the race, which definitely affected my concentration. It a few points, it was exhaustion.
Right. Okay, mate. But a fifth. So congratulations on that. And Orca, good evening, sir. Hello. Orca, got your ears on, good buddy. You're on mute.
No wonder wasn't echoing. Oh, this is genius.
My voice is as clear as a bell.
So I'll just thank A-Log and Spinny again for the race. Apologies to Kenny who were T-boned in the middle of it.
Right,
and had a cracking tussle with D-Calypso in the first quarter of the race, which was fantastic racing from everyone again tonight. Brilliant. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, it was very good. Some great battles on there. So, fantastic stuff. Well done, my friend.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Okay, and Slowest Engine, good evening.
Hi.
Hello, mate. Fairly decent finish, 8th?
You alright?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. So, it's pretty good. I was quite pleased to not be lapped on such a short circuit, really. So, but yeah, really good tussle with Orca and A-Log for the last few laps, which I sort of threw away on the last lap when I just touched the wheel on the grass, but brilliant up till then.
Yeah, well, it was very easy to do it, wasn't it? Because there's some two really evil corners on that track. The first one when you drop down the hill, and then the second left-hander as well. At the bottom of the S's, which is very difficult to get right. Yeah,
it's quite a tricky little. It's strange how such a short track is so to learn.
Yes,
but,
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Look like good
fun.
It's wide, isn't it, in parts, which makes it very difficult to choose a line. You kind of think you can go any which way through some of the corners.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then the only way to pass really is if you can manage a better exit than the guy in front and get by on the straight. Otherwise, there's not really a lot of hope, is there?
No.
But,
exactly right. But well done on racing tonight. Great stuff.
Kept trying to send one up the inside on that downhill.
Thank you.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sideways cars going into that first corner. That first left-hander, absolutely loads. So you weren't in a minority there for sure. So good stuff. Well done, mate. Congratulations on another good race. Good stuff. Right. Well, thank you to everyone who is watching this evening, and if you're watching on a replay, do remember to give us a like and subscribe. We're up to 100. Some swines unsubscribed during the race. We were 147. We're 146 now. Boo to you!
I'll have a word with my mum when I see her on Sunday.
Absolutely. But who can blame them? Anyway. But yes, do like and subscribe, as it does mean the world to us. Rob, are you still there? Yes, he is. Hello, Rob. Thanks so much for your company this evening. That was, it's good to have you back, and nice to see a slightly different format of track, I thought.
Absolutely, yes. No, thanks for having me back. Always a pleasure. Never a chore We'll see you for another one in the future as well.
Good man, Rob. Okay, well, just remains for me to say thank you so much to the drivers this evening. Great entertainment as always. As I said, Justin, yeah, hope you're all right, mate, and do give us a shout just to let you know, just to let us know how you're doing. We hope to see you back with us very soon. So next week we have it's Road Atlanta, Splatter's favourite. So that should be good fun. Always decent racing there. And that's at midnight. Lovely. So fabulous stuff. We will see you at Road Atlanta next week. Good evening, all.
See you later, mate.
See you later.
Cheers. See ya.
Well done, guys. Good race.
Yeah, thanks for tonight. That was epic.